Wonder Festival, or Wonfes for short, is a biannual model kit convention that is held in the Makuhari Messe. But this isn't just any old model kit convention where you can buy regular model kits. One of the main attractions of Wonfes is that it's basically a huge sales floor for doujin / amateur / garage kits. But don't let this fool you into thinking that these kits are any less impressive than company model kits. In many cases, it is quite the opposite. The level of skill that's on display at Wonfes is really out of this world, and the name is extremely fitting. It is filled to the brim with little wonders. From super detailed mechs to scantily clad women that YouTube will definitely ban me for, to even these super intricate things. And all of them are for sale with a matching price tag. Although some things are just for showing off. But what might have you scratching your head now is licensing. Because while there are a lot of original figures, there are even more figures that are from famous anime, manga, games, and even movies. And well, Wonfes does have a system in place for this. To make a long story short, Wonfes invented the same-day copyright system. A system that allows the dealers at the convention to sell figures of copyrighted material as long as the copyright holder has given their okay. So for every edition of Wonfes, they put out a list of IPs that are allowed to be sold at that specific convention. Meaning that for that one day, these kits are actually officially licensed products. And the list goes from obscure things like Gasaraki and Muspida to big deals like Macross, Godzilla, Freerun, and Nikkei. The only thing you won't find in the garage kit section though is Gundam kits, because in 1992, Bandai started their own version of Wonfes, called the Japan Fantastic Convention, or JAFCON for short, and they took their toys with them, so no Gundams. Or so I thought, because when I was going through the things for sale, I came across this beautiful monstrosity. A 3D printed recreation of a kit from a super obscure model kit line by Ari. The Dawn from Guldan, and its scale is anime scale, with the fine print saying that it is 1/500 scale. And let's not beat around the bush here. These kits weren't just inspired by Gundam, they were clearly made to be just different enough to maybe avoid a lawsuit, but similar enough to trick unsuspecting parents and grandparents to buy them for their kids or grandkids. Remember, there's Gundam fans who can barely tell the Mark II and the Jim Quell apart, so for people who know nothing about this Gundam, Guldan thing, these kits might as well have been identical. And they didn't just stop at one. Allow me to introduce you to the Baku, the Mag, and the Gun. But hey, they do have some features that Gundam model kits of the time didn't have. They come with a base to put them on, and their torso can be replaced with a gun turret. For extra play value, I guess. Clearly, these were the superior option. After a bit of digging then, I discovered that these were actually re-releases of a 1975 line that was made to piggyback off of the success of series like Mazinger Z and Getter Robo. And how do you sell a bootleg Getter Robo kit as a bootleg Gundam kit? Well, you just change the box art, give it a Gundam paint job, and write a warning on the box that says, "Contents may vary slightly from the illustrations." That is a very liberal use of that phrase, and some might even call that a scam. But yeah, my interest was piqued because the model kit for sale at Wonfes did actually resemble the illustration that's on the box art. So I wanted it. But here's another thing about Wonfes. Most kits sold there, whether they be resin or 3D printed, are only available in extremely limited quantities. And for our little Dawn here, there were only 10. So time was of the essence. I made sure that I was at the venue with plenty of time to spare, and once I got inside, I made a beeline for the booth selling it. At Wonfes though, even this isn't always enough to guarantee that you get the kit that you want. Something that has happened to me before. But fortunately, this time, I was able to get the thing. But it was definitely a good thing that I was in a hurry, because when I snapped this picture later on, it was already sold out. But I now have an officially licensed model kit of a bootleg Gundam. And with my main goals completed, it was time to enjoy the rest of the convention. And while Wonfes is mainly a garage kit / doujin kit convention, they do also have some other things. For example, every edition you'll also find a bunch of really cool Godzilla boots. And this edition, the special theme was all about Godzilla, so they really came out in full force this time around. Oh, and remember when I said that there was no Gundam in the amateur model kit area? Well, that doesn't mean you won't find any Gundam here. Because in addition to the garage kits, you've also got a corporate area where companies can show off upcoming figures and sell merchandise. There's a corner where you can join the Japanese Self-Defense Forces, which is not a joke. You can actually sign up there, and they even had their own cosplay idol to help with that recruiting. And they've also got a large flea market-esque area, which also includes regular vendors as well. So here you can find a lot of things. I did feel kinda awkward taking pictures there, and one of the craziest things that I saw, but again didn't take a picture of, were 3 of the RX-78-2 deluxe action figures that were made by Clover. All in various states of disrepair, but all equally expensive, so I did pass on those. What I did get was this HCM Pro Ground Gym for 500 yen, and this Core Fighter that was only like 100 or 200 yen, so I just couldn't pass him up. Oh, and another thing that I bought was ice cream, because even though the air conditioning was running at maximum, there's only so much you can do when the venue is packed with people and the outside temperature is 37 degrees Celsius or 99 American. Usually I stay until the end because there is just so much cool stuff to see at Wonfes, but now I decided that it was time to retreat earlier and just marvel at my spoils in my air conditioning cooled hotel room. So if you're coming to Japan and you're addicted to model kits, Wonder Festival isn't something you're gonna want to miss. And you have 2 opportunities each year. One's in winter around February and one's in summer around July/August. Just be careful with your money because, again, purchases can add up very quickly here. So now, all that's left for me to do is to build my Dawn and to delve deeper into its history. I don't know when the model kit will be ready, but the video on its history is already being worked on, so you can expect that within less than a month. And let me tell you, it's a crazy story that involves a cancelled anime about another bootleg Gundam. So as always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great day, and I'll see you all next time with Guldan.